Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Smith Defy semi-frameless cycling sunglasses. Smith's new Defy sunglasses not only have one of our favorite names for a pair of sunglasses, but they also have a lightweight and sleek semi-frameless construction. The sunglasses are optimized for minimizing weight and improving visibility with Smith's ChromaPop lenses with an oversized lens for extended coverage. Packaging wise, very simple. You just have the Smith cardboard box, the specs for the one we have here, and I'll go ahead and open this up and we'll go over the full specs. Retail price on this is $175. These have a semi-frameless design, so you have no rim on the bottom, and you get oversized ChromaPop single-piece lens. To improve the fit, you also have the Megol temple and nose pads, which is a nice non-slip rubber, and Smith also includes a spare clear lens with all the sunglasses. So you can always swap them out if you ride in low visibility conditions like nighttime or early morning. These also have AutoLock hinges, so they automatically close and open with a nice spring design. You can see the sunglasses themselves pretty attractive with this all bronze finish. You get some basic protective packaging, and you also get a nice zippered case. And inside that case, you can see you have that clear lens included in a separate little pouch. Smith also includes little instructions on how to swap the lens, the little graphics, the little pamphlet, a Smith sticker, and a pretty nice zippered case with the Smith branding right on top. Now if we put the sunglasses on our scale, they come in at 28 grams, so pretty lightweight. Visually, the Smith Defy sunglasses have a clean silhouette with a large single-piece ChromaPop lens. Smith offers these sunglasses in 6 different variations with matte frames and different ChromaPop lens variations. The options range from the chalk rose with a matching rose gold to more standard black on black options. What we have in this review is the matte Summit Crystal. So it's a semi-transparent frame, but it has this nice bronze finishing with the mirrored bronze lens. So it's a pretty attractive design with the frame and lens color matching pretty well. You can see they have a nice mirrored effect, so when you hit them at an angle, you can't even see past the lens, which is a really nice feature when you're doing a lot of riding in the sun. Smith has also given these sunglasses pretty unique design. You can see you have these smooth corners on the bottom that kind of tapers out on the edges, and it also has a very aggressive rake. So if you look from the side, you can see how angled the lens is. That gives you a nice wide field of view, and you never really see the edge of the frame as there is no frame on the bottom and it's pretty thin on top. What's kind of unique about these is also they look fully frameless when you see them from the exterior, particularly with the mirrored effect, but the frame is actually hidden on the top side. So what they've done is they've put the frame behind the lens along the center region. So it's kind of a cool effect and something you won't even notice until you actually put them on or see them in lower light conditions. There's also no nose bridge here. So you can see there's no connector piece here. It's nice and sleek, so very minimal, and again gives these sunglasses a unique appearance. And you can see with the edges here, really nice and tapered, but soft, smooth corners with a color matching on the nose piece and then the temple arm. You can see the temples arms themselves are nice and straight. They curve inward a bit, so they have a nice grip to them, and they taper out on the edges with this rubber material along the center that wraps around to the outer edge. This is their special Megol material, so nice and non-slip. You also have that same material here on the nose pad, and you can see with these, it's actually a wire core, so I can just grab this and pull it and it'll hold its form. So you can adjust the fit really easily to find the one that matches your face, and you can see it's color matched, which is also really cool. So it has a brown finish that matches the bronze effect on the rest of the sunglasses. As far as the lenses, they're offered in quite a few ChromaPop options for bright or darker conditions. This is Smith's proprietary technology that really helps amp up colors and improve clarity. Smith even offers the replacement lenses already. They're pretty affordable at $80 for the lens or $40 for the clear one if you were to lose it or wanted to replace it. Removing them is also really easy, so it's an interchangeable design. You just pull up and there's little hinges or little notches in the actual frame that match the sunglasses. So you can see here, there's a little matching notch inside the frame, and that's what really holds it together. So you can pull it off on both sides. Obviously you can get a lot of fingerprints on it, but what you're left with is a really thin frame, and this is where you can really see how they've done the design trick. It actually sticks out here on the outer edges of the frame, and then goes really narrow. You also have a separate nose pad piece, but you have to very carefully pull that off. It's very easy to break this if you just compress it down. So you want to slightly compress and rotate it if you want to swap out the lens. Putting them back on is also really easy. You just line up the notch with the frame, slide them in together, and then you should hear a nice click if you get the position just right. These have a 22% VLT, so not the darkest lens they offer, so better for mixed conditions, and it has a nice bronze finish, which is really great for riding. So when you're riding, the bronze should help really brighten the road and things like asphalt or potholes. Here you can see a 360 shot of the Defy sunglasses paired with our Velocio and Sweet Protection helmet. As you can see, you have a nice modern design. They look frameless, especially with the mirrored effect, but they actually are semi-frameless with the hidden frame. So pretty sleek design. The curves on here aren't super aggressive, so they don't look too awkward or overly sporty, so it's a nice balance between that little European look and a sport pair of sunglasses. With the big lenses though, you have nice wide fields of view, and with the ChromaPop lens technology, it really brightens up the road. So as always, the Smith lenses are distortion free and they're pretty rugged, so they handle rain, water, or moisture. With these, you get a little bit of fogging as there's no vent on there, but they're big and open, so it's easy to have them clean out pretty quickly. And with these designs, you get these really cool color schemes. I really appreciate the combinations of the brown on brown here and the other ones they offer that make it look a little bit more unique. So I'm really impressed with them. They're super lightweight, no pressure points. You have lightweight temple arms with the non-slip material. And the nose pads are also very easy to adjust, so if you have any discomfort, you have the wire core so you can just pry it and adjust the position very easily. So overall, really nice pair of sunglasses, and as always, Smith gives you all the premium features with a cool name. As you can see here, we've reviewed quite a few sunglasses already, and that includes the new Smith Ultralite. So that's their other new pair, and this has a more retro design to it, so it was inspired by ski goggles, and that's why it has this more oversized design, the venting along the top, and then this really cool color which is called 80s Night. So it's pink and black spots on there, so it looks really cool. Compared to the Defy, you can see Defy is more of a sporty design. They're both quite large, but obviously the Defy is a little bit sleeker, and you don't have the more bright color schemes like this one. Smith also has tons of other options, including full frameless. So this one actually looks like it's frameless, but you do have that top lens piece, or the frame piece that's hidden by the lens. If you want full frameless, they have the Smith Pivlock. So you can see with this one, it is fully frameless. You just have the temple arms on the corner, so you can't change out the lenses. Similar design, so you can see the curves. It's not a flat curve, but a little bit of in and out with additional venting. What's cool about the Defy, it's a little bit sleeker, and some of the color schemes are really cool. So this looks almost like gold with the bronze effect that matches the frame. And then you can see again, the aggressive raking on the lens. There's also tons of other options. The Coup Supernova, so super lightweight. And you can see this one's actually a photochromic one, so it'll darken in the sun. A little bit smoother, so Coup has more of that Swedish design. So soft corners, while this one has this more inward and outward that gives a little bit distinct style. Shimano also has tons of new options. This is their new S-Fire SL. So full frameless, and you can see more of the European design again, where it's soft corners that are pretty flat. So it looks a little bit more European, and what's cool about the Shimano is they've hidden the nose pad. So you can see on the Defy, it sticks out a little bit, which is pretty standard, while on the Shimano, it's actually drilled into the lens and hidden. So from the outside, you have a really smooth effect. But again, just different designs. And the Shimano is actually pretty cheap too, at about $120. And just subtle differences otherwise in styling. There are a little bit more distinct options on the market, like the Roca Matador. This is a really cool one with the temple arms that stick out. So very uncommon rather than going straight. They go up and down. And the Julbo density, if you want a full frame design with that retro look, but a bigger lens, they have that cool effect to them. And this one's actually magnetic as well, so it makes it a lot easier to swap out lenses. So you just slide up, and then you have the frame and lens separate. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Smith Defy sunglasses. What I like about them is that Smith includes the clear lens, so you can easily swap it out, and you have a lot of versatility. You also have a nice oversized lens design with that wide field of view, so it's great for cycling. When you're tucked in an aero position, you can still see everything around you, and there's no frame to block your vision. We also like the fact that the Defy model has a lot of unique color schemes with the color match frames, so you get a really cool design, and you get the frameless look with the hidden top frame that tucks behind the lens, so it's kind of a cool feature that gives it a more frameless appearance. As far as negatives, aside from the premium price, it can be difficult to remove the nose piece to swap lenses. There's a very small spot to actually grab it, so you need to be careful. If you do a lot of force, it's easy to break, so you want to carefully take it off. Taking everything into account, give the Smith Defy sunglasses a 9.4 out of 10. These are sleek and modern sunglasses with a unique design. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you to enjoy the ride.